What's going on, Less Than Two crew? What? Welcome back, everybody, to the stream once again. I hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good week, and welcome to the weekend as we roll in together at the pad. That's what's up. Welcome in, Buttercup, Chrissy, Rob, Khalida for the 51st month. Thank you so much, Khalida. Appreciate you. Tim Shields, welcome in. Happy pad to you. Muhammad Abdurrahman Hassan with the 2 hashtags in the chat. First time chatter, welcome in. Noe, hello. Chrissy was good. Sal's here in the building. Jenna Lee, Pixie Sticks, Daisy, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Repeat responding. Happy Pat Friday to you. It's Fleur. Hello, hello. Kansas, what's up? Robert to be developed a pod tonight between the piece story that seems to belong to as a sketch comedy, a comedy sketch, and the relatable league story. It was fantastic. I'm glad you enjoyed the pod, Rob. Ali, thank you for the 42nd month. Appreciate you. Joelle with the 49 months. Thank you so much. Welcome back into Lesson 2 crew. Being cleaning all day. This is my cue to stop. Happy pad. Happy pat to you. Jen Raz, thank you for using a 1 Prime sub here on me. Welcome back into the Less Than 2 crew once again for month number 14. Appreciate it so much. Where was I? Pixie Sticks, hello. Kim Honey Badger, welcome in. Ichiyami, Enchanting Dragon was good. Terra Teeth, welcome. Can of Biscuits, we got Red Wings, Samantha, Amy, Allie, and Jesse. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Sorry for running a little late here, chat, but we're here now. That's all that matters, you know? That's all that matters. It's been a week. Traitors is officially done. So for me, podcasting about the Traitors is going to take we're about like a week away still with maybe exits and the final feedback, but it's about to be on the back burner. And so the next things that are still going on are going to be, the 90 Day Fiance podcast still going on. We're going to have the Pooya and Liana Lounge isn't going anywhere. So we got that going on. We got 2 of those. We streamed yesterday. We did a watch party for the Traitors, which I thought was a lot of fun. Thank you to those of you who ended up hanging out with me and checking it out. And then I'm going to be looking into doing more streams moving forward here for the next little bit. With us hitting March used to be Big Brother Canada territory. That's gone now. So we're going to be making up for some lost time here, methinks. So should be fun. As y'all know, as it is with the pad, this is the night where you and I get to have a chat about literally everything and anything. And that begins in the chat. Or if you would like to submit your questions anonymously, I do have a form ready to go for you to check out. And that is this one right here. So if you would like to submit any questions anonymously because you would rather your name not be attached to it, you know, feel free to put it in there. Call it an AMA, call it anything you want. You can ask me about anything under the sun. Me, my lore. You want to talk about Liana, you want to talk about podcasts, you want to talk about shows, movies, general questions, food. Let's make it happen. Let it rip either in the chat or in the forum. Benny Wink, first time pad watch. I love the Traitors coverage. First of all, Benny, thank you so much. I'm happy you enjoyed the Traitors coverage. And I'm happy you found us here on Twitch. Welcome in. I just described what tonight's going to be like. So we talk about literally everything and anything. So have fun with that. In the event that it's something that I don't want to answer, I usually give a preface as to why. Whether it's like, oh, you know what? That's a show not many people have watched. I don't want to spoil anything. Or it's too personal. Or it's a little filthy. Let me be the judge. I got you. Lori, thank you for the 17-month year. Appreciate you. Happy Pat Friday to you. Welcome back into Lesson 2 crew. What pod? The Pal Pixie Sticks. The Pooya and Liana Lounge. Great Traitors Eggs interview today. Thank you, Viabella. Thank you. It was fun. Brittany's got great energy. Great energy. And I really hope we get a chance to talk to her in the future. But who knows, you know? With the I've said this, I'll say it again. The Traitors US coverage is both a blessing and unfortunate at the same time. Unfortunate because I genuinely feel like we could get so much more content if we were given all the interviews, but we don't get all the interviews, and that's unfortunate. What scent is my candle? It is, hold on. Amber and Sage is the candle. Speaking of spoiling stuff, oh my god, you and Leon spoiled so much of Severance on the launch. Did we? We literally did one segment about outies and innies. I don't think that was a huge spoiler. I haven't gone to watch today's yet. I usually try to get in before the pad. Hey, you're good. You're good. No worries. No worries. It's timeless, thankfully, the Pooya and Liana Lounge. Absolutely timeless. No problem at all. I don't think anyone's going to get much out of it respawning. I think it'll be fine. At least I'm hoping. What do you feel was messier, the Traitors season or this last episode of Survivor? I mean, I think the Traitors season for sure. Hey, Pooya, chat over, had a good week. You too, Christian. Welcome in. Yeah, Pal means Pooya and Liana Lounge. Do we get a demo of Tiny Mouth? The thing is, with regards to Tiny Mouth, Liana thinks that I have a mouth I make when I'm thinking hard. I don't know what this mouth is. She knows because she sees it. I have no idea what it looks like. So if it ever happens, you're going to have to wait for Liana to call it out because I'm not going to know. I'm not going to know at all. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Let me just have the form open and ready, chat, just in case. The camera's a little too close, methinks. There we go. That's a little better. I need to have the form open. So yeah, there we go. There we go. When do you think a good point to tap out for a Survivor season you're not liking, merch, pre-merch? It depends what you're not liking it for, I think, Jinx. For me, unfortunately, I suffer from have to find out what happens-itis, meaning I'll watch all the way through. But I think that, like, for example, for me, Big Brother's easier. Big Brother, it's like, if you get to the second part of after the pre-jury segment, that, like, jury start is really the make or break of the season for a lot of people, myself included. But with Survivor, it's tough because I feel like pre-jury and post-jury, or pre-merge and post-merge, are two different games almost. And I almost feel like a lot of people will enjoy the merge quite a bit. The pre-merge can be a hit or miss depending. So yeah. Sparrow, relax. Are we on a mission to screenshot your mouth during these moments? I don't think so. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think there's a lot there to see, you know? I don't think you have the tells that Liana thinks you do. Wait, elaborate on that. What do you mean, Rob? Liv, welcome in. Welcome in. So I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, my plans, as I was saying, I would like to continue more streams coming down the pipeline here in the month of March and April, going into May. And I feel like there's a couple different directions to go with this. I have to decide, basically the big decision I have to make is what does that content need to be? Because obviously Friday and Sunday have been there for 5 years almost and counting, will continue to be there for 5 years. For the future. It's a matter of what are the extra streams going to look like. And I could go a couple of different directions here. I'm kind of jonesing a little bit. I might want to bring back the tier list, chat. I might be in a tier list feel. You know what I mean? A tier list could be the move. But I don't know. It could be tier list. I kind of want to do another one of the Absolute Audacities. I feel like those were fun. If I can get the Sims group back together, doing the Sims multiplayer stream, that could be fun. I kind of want to do a series called Tier List Revisited, where I go back to some of those early day tier lists. Like, for example, Chips with Phil T. I want to go back to that and try that all over again. Because since then, in those 5 years, I've tried so many different chips that I had not tried before. So trying those out could be fun to see what I like, what I didn't like, and all that stuff. So I typically don't tap out, but I will admit I completely forgot that I watched the Joe Schmo show recently. I remember the first one being really good, but this one started off slow. That's fair. There's other shows for me that I've done, like, for example, The Challenge. I feel like most challenge seasons I never finish. But there's some shows that I just never not miss, no matter what. And I feel like Survivor is one of them. And then you have the tells that Liana thinks you do when she said about your voice when you lie. Oh, I see. Well, the thing is, Rob, is that it's hard because if you don't notice a change, but she does, that means that she knows, like she clearly knows me a lot better than most people, right? So she would figure it out. The problem is they're not really lies. It's just when I'm clearly trolling, I think I have a different voice to me. Maybe. Do you see there was a Traitors finale watch party at Club Coming? They should have invited you. Would you have come down to NYC for it? Honestly, I think I would have. I think if I got invited to something as huge as that, who am I to say no to that kind of invitation? I would do that for sure. For sure. Christine, thank you for the 31st month here. Hey, Pooya Chatter is just what I need after a long week. Hey, thank you for the resub. Christine, welcome back in. Happy to make sure you have a good weekend kickoff for what has been a long week. Seems like we've given you quite a few topics for the tier list lately. There's been a lot of new topics as well, which is why I'm considering bringing it back. The tier list was a lot of fun. The reason it ended up stopping for me was I felt like it had stopped hitting. I feel like we had started running out of topics a little bit, but now it's been long enough that I feel like a switch can happen. So down for all these ideas. Thank you, Jenna Lee. You could watch the whole season 2 on stream. I don't know about that one, Red Wings. Matt, why are you crying, Matt? It's because I haven't finished the challenge season. Listen, I'm not built for the challenge, both physically and probably mentally. I'm excited for the Goose Goose Crew to play the new map. It's very chaotic. I can tell you it absolutely is chaotic. Grodner is producing Joe Schmo and had a failing puzzle comp. That's hilarious. I don't usually care about the first part of Survivor. I think the only reason I was hooked last season was because of Asia and Andy. That's fair. That's fair. I think typically the and I think for a lot of people, it's because the new era is so cookie cutter, right? 3 tribes, tribes of 6. Oh, 4 people are in alliance. It's tough luck for the other 2. And that's kind of the ending of it all. So I think that's really the main. That's what starts that, I think. How many things are in the goblet? I have no idea, Sparrow. I'm gonna need the mods to take a gander at that at some point and let me know. I'm not even sure why it's not gelling. Maybe because everyone seems to be running around trying to be a villain. Are we talking on Survivor, Jinx? Am I doing Blood on the Clock Tower again anytime soon? I'm retired. I'm retired from Blood on the Clock Tower. Sorry, you found out here first. No, I'm not retired. I'm kidding. But that being said, I don't know, because tomorrow I'm not around. It's Liana's birthday tomorrow, so I'm actually going to be gone for quite a bit of the day tomorrow. So Saturdays are tough because it's on Saturdays. It's a little tough because typically Saturdays are like the date day, but sometimes we're both home. We're home for the Saturday, so we can do it. But then also I wake up later on Saturdays, especially because I have late nights on Fridays. And when that happens, I don't want to play Blood on the Clock Tower. Liana will, but I won't, kind of thing. For we newbies, what is your tier list? Daisy. So one of the first series on my Twitch stream was a tier list. It was called Tier List Tuesdays. And every Tuesday, I had a guest on with me, and we would tier list a topic. We've done over 30 different topics. We've done chips. We've done restaurants. We've done sandwiches. We've done Mario characters, sitcom characters. No, we did sitcoms or sitcom characters. One of those. We've done reality TV shows. I think we've done reality TV hosts. Myself and Mary tier listed rooms in a house. So we've done a lot of things. So that's why I'm like thinking potentially revisiting some of those could be good, because for a lot of people, they might have not been around at the beginning. But also, like I said, my opinions have changed in the last like while. So getting a new set of things in there could be a shout. I enjoy watching you playing Confusing People. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I like being a spanner in the works. It's always a good time. A day-long celebration of her birthday sounds fun. Yeah, we're planning on doing an escape room. That's one of the things we're doing tomorrow. But yeah, primarily just want to, hang out as much as we can hang out. I think you and Mary should tier list Boston Rob Thirst TikToks. Oh, it's going to be tough because I feel like Mary's going to be S-tiering all of them, and I'm going to have to be shooting them down, I like to play F, Marry, Kill restaurant food theme. Dainty Butterfly, can you give me an example of this, please and thank you? I'm not a reality TV host, Sparrow. How kind of you to think of me. Crazy old Maurice, hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello, hello. Let me check the forum chat. Let me be attentive. Would you rather have Fergus or Friend Owl as your sidekick? Who the fuck is Friend Owl? Doing CR7? No, Taylor. It's too many squads required, but let me show you something. I'll load it up for you. We need a redo of the raft. Those streams were so entertaining to me. The problem is, Cool Rider, we already played the raft out. It would have to be a new game for that to hit. But the extra problem, and this has kind of been the reason why Sims hasn't happened, is that everyone got busy. Everyone, my work is this, right? It's streams, podcasts. I work from home. But a lot of our other friends, they do not, and their lives got busy. So it's a little tough to organize. But I agree, those raft days, that series was an unexpected gem. Because I didn't know where it was going, but once we found it, it was incredible. All right, let's see. So real quick, I packed this guy yesterday, Taylor. It won't let me show you it, but I think you know who that is. There we go. It's Darwin Nunez. And I packed this guy today. It won't let me show you, but it's Trent Alexander-Arnold. I packed him today. And of course, I packed this beauty 2 weeks ago. And that's Heung-min Son. There you go. So the team's coming along nicely. Put that all together with Saliba and we're living. All right. Coffee, Starbucks, Dunkin', local coffee shop, etc. Oh, so it's the game of threes, but yeah, so it's like I'm ranking the three, essentially, right? How about double date nights? Again, double date nights, also a fun time, but it would require me coordinating with Jenny, Phil, and Liana for an evening that works. And from my experience of my household, Liana's typically not home till like late in the evening, like we're talking 7, 8. And by that, she's tired and she's just trying to chill before going to bed at like 9:30. So she doesn't stay awake all that much after she gets home. So it's challenging there. And then Phil and Jenny, coordinating with them could be a shout, but also I know they're busy. So if only you knew other couples. I know Matt and Jofo. This is true. But it goes back to Liana primarily, Matt. But yeah, Matt's like, right here, buddy. Okay, so Starbucks, Dunkin', local coffee shop. It goes, oh, this is tough. I think local coffee shop, Dunkin', Starbucks for me. I nearly went Dunkin' 1, but I think local is the move. How about Kirsten and Scally, the not couple duo? Well, I did that newlywed game that one time. Pixie Sticks, relax. What are you doing? Why are you hushing Matt Lagori? Star of the Free Agents pod. I am starting to watch. I want to start watching old Survivor seasons. Where should I start? It depends who you ask. Question asker. I will say this. I think Shannon has like a detailed list of where you should start. My personal thing is going in order is not a bad shout at all. Because I did this last year. I had not watched all the seasons. And I just started from 1 and binged and just kept going. Because I'd watched everything up until 16, from 16 onwards. I'd not watched the original 15. So I went back from 1 and then went through. It made me appreciate where we are now. I feel like it's a very interesting experience. So there's better seasons than season 1 in my opinion. But I think in order to appreciate those, going in order could be the shout, you know? You act like you don't know other couples? The Pixie is tongue-in-cheek, my friend. It's tongue-in-cheek. It's what it... All right. Next question. I stalled out at All Stars. The way they treated Sue annoyed me. That's fair, Jinx. That's fair. The owl Claudia uses to send her messages to players. Gotcha. Easy. Friend owl. Friend owl. That's the easy answer then. Actually, no, owls scare me. I might take my chances with Fergus. What was it in reference to? What was that? What were they going to be? Hold on. Would you rather have Fergus or as your sidekick? Give me Fergus because owls terrify me. Owl's got the scary eyes. I can't handle that. What do you see yourself doing in 5 years? What are the next steps in your career? I don't know. I think that this has been a very fun conversation I've been having and a mentality I've been having because I've seen a lot of streamers who are either around my age range or a little younger than me actually talk about how like, yep, by like 34, 35, I'm retiring. It's over. I'm not doing this anymore because like obviously I'm too old for the profession. I disagree. And here's why I disagree, chat. It's because I feel like our generation, my generation, let me speak, my generation, we've grown up with this kind of content. And I don't imagine that one day you're going to wake up, be 36 and be like, you know what? I'm done watching this content. I think that content is still going to be sought after. I think when I'm like 45, I'm still going to want to watch streams. I'm still going to want to watch YouTube content. And I think that this is a new industry and it's a new content era where we're gonna want this content when we're older, so therefore there is a market for content creators that are older or that are doing this stuff. So I don't see it stopping for me. As long as it's there, as long as it's an avenue for me, it's gonna keep happening. And I don't like picturing, like, I don't, as far as career goes or job, I don't like picturing where I'm at in 5 years. I don't. It puts too much pressure on me in my head, and that pressure caused me to stagnate. I can't. I get too in my head. So my plan is to keep going until the wheels come off, and in the event that I start, because you know when the wheel, like if we're driving a car, right, and the wheel starts like fidgeting and coming off, you'll have enough time to know what the next move is. Maybe not if you're in the Fast and Furious and you're going like 200 miles an hour, but if I'm going at the pace I'm going, and I start noticing, oh, this is no longer a viable career, or I can't do it anymore, or it's become too much for me, any 10, 11, 12 reasons, whatever. At that point, I'll start thinking about where I go next. But until then, I'm going to keep rocking, I'm going to keep producing, I'm going to keep cooking, you know? But yeah, I don't think it's a career you grow out of. I think it's definitely one of those things where like 10 years ago, people thought, yeah, you can't do this when you're 40. And now I'm like, why the fuck not, you know? So yeah. Is building a network like Rob the next step? Ooh, what, like a podcast network or streaming? Am I gonna become Rob's direct competition, May? I don't know if I can handle that. I think we calculate your follower base was aged like 20 to 70, so no reason to podcast as long as you're relevant enough for it. There's no reason to stop podcast. Right. Lori, no, we're not. We've talked about how that can't be my shorthand. Absolutely not. Yeah, like I literally have an audience that I have an audience that goes from like 20 all the way to like older. So there's no reason to stop. That content's available for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I think some of those bigger streamers that I've heard say this stuff, their audience is way young. It's like 20 some. And they think, okay, yeah, they're not going to watch me. They're going to find the new 20 some person. But I think what they don't realize is your audience grows with you. For example, there's this YouTube group called The Sidemen. They're a British YouTube group, and I've been watching them since like 2016, and they're around my age. But I remember those early days, the 2016-17 age, they were clearly making content skewed at like younger audience, like maybe like late teens, early 20s type vibe. And now they're 30 something, they're like my age, like I said, and their audience has grown with them. They're still there. Younger audience still enjoys them, but even the older audience are checking them out, you know? So they grow with your audience. Are majority of RG pay per appearance, or is it something different? Listen, it's not my place to speak on other people's monies or structures, but it's different. It's different. And on that note, need your thoughts on Survivor after 2 episodes. Who are your winner picks? I'm loving Thomas and Shaheen so much. Less high on Eva than everyone else, I think. My top 4 winner contenders right now are Thomas, Shaheen, Joe, and Eva. It's ridiculous to say, but I'm feeling good about those 4 on the purple. So I just want someone to talk about these things with. I literally have no friend, one friend IRL that watches these shows. And as long as that people are looking for people to talk about these shows with, I think this area, this side of the internet stays the same. Stays popping. Popping and bopping. I like following interesting people from all walks of life. I learned a lot. That's also a very healthy way to look at it, Christine, is that this market, and by market, I mean the world of streaming and YouTube, has really taught a lot of us about a lot of people in different corners of the world with different backgrounds, and it's been incredible. Or if anything in the world is just listening to someone talk about what they love, like, oh, thank you, Jinx. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, we got 2 Amy's in the chat. What up, what up? Do you have any interest in podcasting about scripted TV? I know you've done Bel Air and Mr. and Mrs. Smith in the past. Would love to hear you talk Severance. Whew. I would love to talk Severance. There's 2 shows. I've said this before. I'm not quite keen on the scripted TV conversation. It depends on the show, I guess. But it has to be a show where like I can run off on theories and thoughts, you know? And I feel like something like Lost. If I was around during the Lost days while it was happening live, bet money I would have thought about podcasting about Lost. Severance is a show that fits that role. There are 2 shows in the entirety of scripted TV in the last like how many years. There have been 3 shows total that I've thought about. I would like to talk about this. Bel Air was one, Ted Lasso was the other, and Severance is the third. I'm so happy that I started watching Severance with Liana, like we started together, because getting to rattle off theories and talk about this stuff with somebody is amazing. Amazing. What are you going to do with your Thursdays now that Traitors is done? Aeroflu, there's a couple different directions to go. I think what I want to do, ideally, is I want to bring back streams on Tuesday. Thursdays could be left a little open. I'm currently in talks to move the Pooya and Liana Lounge to Thursdays. With the Traitors being gone now, so that could be great. But otherwise, I kind of like the idea of the Thursday. Here's the thing. I could stream on Thursdays, but I don't want to have the streams be so close to each other. I'd much rather stream on Tuesday than Thursday. And I like Thursday being a free day. A free day to just unwind before the weekend where I clock in and pull up to work. And by work, I mean stream. I like that idea. So the real answer is I don't know, because this is the first time in years now that my Thursdays are free, like for the long haul. Because before we would record the Masked Singer podcast on Thursday nights, but since we record the Pooya and Liana Lounge on Tuesdays, that's no longer an issue. And I could just record the Pooya and Liana Lounge on Tuesdays and then go to stream after, and it should be fine, you know? The Studio with Seth Rogen just got a great review. I can't wait. Is that a show, a series, May? Potentially? But yeah, Severance is amazing. I definitely recommend it if you haven't checked it out, chat. Do you consider yourself more of a streamer or a podcaster? Are they interchangeable? What skills do you need to be a streamer versus a podcaster? Very fun question for me. Hold on. I need a song that's a little less like intense in the background. Lovely. Perfect. Okay. So I would say, as far as interchangeable goes, I could see that. I've been calling more and more when I talk to like outside of my world people, I just say I'm a content creator, which feels like, it's kind of like when people say they're an influencer and immediately your mind goes to like the worst type of people. When I say content creator, I'm like, oh, for the love of God, I'm not like a TikToker, like, you know, I don't clarify. But I think if you ask at the core what kind of content, I would say podcast first, then stream. But that has been interchangeable for me. I feel like there was an era, like the early stream era, I was definitely more streamer than podcaster, right? I had the Masked Singer podcast, and I would do the occasional Friday night streams. I would do the occasional the Friday updates for Big Brother. And then after that, I got the 90-day podcast. Pooya Fridays became an actual thing. And then from there, we got the Traitors. And with that came all the Traitors around the world. And then we did MILF Manor and so many other shows, so many other things. Circle now part of my rotation. So now there's a lot more going on there. So you're not hearing my music. Is it just too low, perhaps? Yeah, it must be really faint. If I go quiet now, can you hear it? No, nope. What about now? Hold on. Okay, so it was extremely low volume. There we go. I'll put it here for you. There we go. Okay. Sing the music for us. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. Also, I know you mentioned cats. I have the best photo of the cats I took last week. Or sorry, this week. I don't come for the music, doesn't matter. Appreciate that, May. Look at them. They're sleeping next to each other. Chat, look at these lovelies. I did mean to lower it again, Fleur, because it was way too loud in my ear. All right, where was I? Excited that you'll have a chance to chill. Thanks for a great season of coverage. Thank you, Airflow. I'm happy you had fun with it. It was great. I love the Traitors, and I can't wait for the next season, whether it's Ireland, the next season of Canada, and so on. Where was I? I'm scrolling back down now. Is there a MILF Manor season 3? Not that I've heard. And low key, between us, Red Wings, if there is a season 3, I wouldn't anticipate there to be a podcast for it. I don't think we'd be covering the show. I'm catching my friend Siamese kitten named Kimchi right now. She's seriously the cutest. That's awesome, Amy. That's absolutely awesome. Okay, there was a question that I was answering. Oh, back to the okay. What skills do you need to be a streamer versus podcaster? They are different skills. I think both can. I don't need to listen to goddamn. Okay, they're different skills to me. But I think they can both help each other. You can become a better streamer by being a better podcaster. You can become a better podcaster by being a streamer. It helps. So I think one thing that helps streaming helps podcasting is with streaming, especially if you're a chatting streamer like me. If you're just chatting streamer and you do what I'm doing right now, you get very used to filling up silence, and not in a ineffective / useless way. Because you're constantly thinking and you constantly have to be turned on when you're streaming. So it allows you to be focused and allows you to pick up on moments, on comments, on jokes. It's allowed me to read the chat when we're live on RHAP while we're doing the podcast and doing both together. So these two help each other out big time, okay? The other thing that I think now podcasting helps with streaming is structure. I think with a podcast, when you're a guest on a podcast, granted, you're not the one creating the structure, but there is a structure that you have to function within. And I think streaming without structure is possible, but when you structure it right, it's perfect. I think the best type of stream is a stream that's structured loosely, meaning it's not like you're not locked into a rigid wall of it has to be like this or like this. You're open, it's a little more fluid, but you can structure it in a way that is entertaining without it feeling like it's structured, if that makes sense. It feels like open world-ish a little bit. I think podcasting helps with that. And there's definitely a lot of other things that help both sides of things. But I think if you're asking specifically what are the skills you need to be a streamer, I would say the skills you need to be a streamer is it's being attentive and being quick. I think help big time. I think creativity goes a long way with streaming, and I think energy. I think people may underestimate how much your audience will feed off of your energy as the streamer. If you're putting in energy onto the stream, whether it's positive or passionate, I think the chat gets that and shines that right back at you, which is why it's a two-way street and you grow on each other. You know, you feed off each other's energy. I think that's huge, and I don't know if people recognize that. With podcasting, I think pacing is a skill you absolutely need. I think listening is a massive skill you need, especially when you're on a podcast with like 2 or 3 guests, knowing and realizing when it is your moment to talk versus letting other people speak versus not cutting anyone off, that kind of stuff. Yeah, my candle scent is amber and sage. Amber and sage. Amy, almost. Cedar and sage, amber and sage. Yeah. I have so much respect for content creators. I want to try. I want to figure out how to set up my computer, learn technology, and get settled in a new place. # manifesting. Good luck, Cannabiscuits. Yeah. I mean, it's brought me so much joy. And anytime anyone has said they want to do it, I tell them to do it because you never know. And it's a lot of fun. And 10 out of 10 would recommend. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Next question is... Not a question, just major thanks for your coverage of Traitors this season. I feel like you were very balanced in your coverage and kept everything 100 despite all the weirdness online. That makes me so happy to hear that that's how you took the coverage, and I'm happy to do so. Honestly, I think it helped that I'm a fan of both Carolyn and Danielle, but I think the other part of it for me is that I can recognize all the new characters we're getting also. I don't come in with a gamer's bias. I don't come in with a Big Brother bias. I don't have a Survivor bias. I am a Traitors day one. I'm a Traitors OG. I come in for the love of the show. So everything else that encompasses it is a plus for me. Also, on top of that, for me, I started off on Traitors UK. So it's not like I come in for these celebrities. The celebrities are great, but I come in for the love of the game. And I think that really helps my coverage. And it helps me not skew where I'm feeling, you know? I often forget that you're having a conversation in a room by yourself when you stream. I think you're talking to me. And that is the magic of it, Cool Rider. That is the magic of it. I sometimes think about it of like the idea that, because unlike a Zoom call, right? When you're in a Zoom call, there's like 4 faces and you're like back and forthing with that face. I'm back and forthing with a wall of text right now. And sometimes I think about how, like, if someone on the outside would hear it, it is absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers what's going on in here. But hey, that's fine with me. I'm having a good time. And as long as you're having a good time, having a good time is good. Peacock needs to see what we see and give you all the interviews next season. Please and thank you. I would love that. I would love that. Like, think of it this way, chat. Yes, we've got the gamers this season on interviews, which has been great. They've all delivered. To me, I think I'm leaving this season with the most memorable interview being goddamn Sam Asghari. And it's because the man shaded me. And that was so cool. Coffee? Yes. Yes. Thanks for noticing. A Traitors connoisseur, if you will. Well, thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. At first, you kind of just talk to yourself when there isn't a wall of text. Well, Cannabis is typically, by the time I go from starting soon to starting to me, when we go from the starting soon screen to this, there is enough of a wall for me to get started with. But if I catch up with the wall quickly and there's not a lot of messages, it's a combination of I use that time to kind of tell you stuff I want to tell you that isn't a part of the conversation, but also I will go back to answering something that I may have answered a little shortly before. I think I've learned that through streaming to be better at that. Because, you know, the reality is the wall of text can be slim or thick depending on the day. So. All right, next question in the form is. There we go. I'm going to NYC in early June. Well, enjoy. Congratulations. Do you or anyone in chat have any places I shouldn't miss? All right, New Yorkers in the chat. I know there's a bunch of you in the chat. Let the question asker know where to go, and I'll read them out loud so they know where to go and what to consider. The problem for me, question asker, is if you're asking me, I wouldn't even say I've explored all the New York staples. I've just kind of went where all my friends are going to be kind of thing. So I'm the worst one to ask, but I know there's people in chat that can help out with it. May, if you're still in here, May Rose, hit us up with some recommendations. I just wish you could rewind them and go in faster speed on Twitch. That's fair. Like a little bit more the way the YouTube UI is. Happy Friday to you, Jay Pre. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Friday yourself. Bruce says go see a musical on Broadway if you like that, which check. I have done that as well. Fun times. And I came in as a Broadway novice. Yeah, me pondering what Pooya sounds like to 2X. I know there's people that listen to 2X exclusively on non-stream on podcasts, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard me at 2X. Let me know how I sound. Would love to know. Also, if anyone has any more of those rank the 3 questions, I would love to answer those, like the coffee one we did earlier. That could be a vibe. I can listen to Pooya on 2X, but I can't Chappelle. Interesting. Actually, I have a phone right here. Let's do me on 2X and see what it sounds like. Because I don't listen to myself on 2X. Let's see. All right, let's do the Pooya and Liana Lounge from this week.
With wins happening all the time.
Find Pooya anywhere, but I'd already taken my pants off because I needed to put like the detergent on it to try to start getting the stain out. And I just like walk into the bedroom, Pooya's laying down, and he's like pepperoni, and then okay, oh, I'm so cool. And then I saw him fill up the back before they fill up there with my barbecue knee or my pizza knee in the top.
Took a long pause to try because the whole time you've been talking, I'm like, I'm not retaining any of this. How do I say? Was it polysaccharide?
Polysacchamaride.
Polysacchamaride.
Polysacchamaride. Yeah, this is why I can't like go to science talks. I mean, I do because I'm supposed to learn, but I just end up laughing.
Huge flashback though. So you said last week we said we discussed my lying voice.
Oh yes, you also have a lying voice. Well, I'm gonna need you to do it. Can you do your lying voice?
I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't sound that fast on 2X, actually. Do I sound slow? Am I a slow talker, chat? Am I, like, very slow pace? The VOD viewers watching on 2X right now, they just got 4X'd, Matt. They got 4X big time. Big time. Pooya listening to himself on 0.69 speed for vibes. Oh, God, I can't even picture how slow I would sound. With YouTube Premium, they're offering 3X right now. That's impossible to understand. 2X is the maximum, and if I'm watching content, 1X is 1.5 is more the maximum, unless it's 90 day. When I tell you, if you want people who talk slow, watch 90 day on 1X. It's so slow. You can watch them up to 3X, and you understand everything they're saying because of how slow they speak. Love how balanced you were in the Traitors coverage. Rob was so salty on the recap last night. I still prefer Traitors season 3 over 2. Despite the outcome, I think you said the same. I said the exact same, Daisy. That is the sentiment I had. No matter what that result looked like, there was only one outcome that would have made me sour. Even then, 3 was better than 2 overall, in my opinion. Not slow, but you are relaxed in how you talk. Well, thank you, It's Fleur. Thank you so much. I listen to pods about 1.6, but 1.4 if Mike Bloom is on. That's fair. 1.8 is my ceiling for podcasts. Well, thank you, Amy. Sounds like I'm not a slow talker. We're good. Did you watch this season of Love is Blind? I did not. I have not had time. Now with Traitors done, I think my watch schedule has opened up a little bit. With Severance ending in 2 weeks, that's going to open up even more time. Dondi's ending in 2 weeks, that's going to open up even more time. Those 3 shows have kind of been what I've been on the last couple of days. Frank Pepe, Sally's, and Modern. Okay, so, Benny, I've not had Modern. I don't think I've had Sally's either. I've only had Frank Pepe's. So I'm the wrong one to ask. I know it sounds wild to you that I've not had all the pizzas over here in New Haven, but allow it. Okay. Just allow it. I'll get there. You watched Traitors on 2X last night. It's doable. When I've done a quick rewatch of an episode to take notes, I'll do it on 2X, but I'll stop at 1X for like the key moments, like a round table. All right, I'm caught up with the forum chat, which is good. We're on good pace tonight. But yeah. I blanked out for a second. I never get to pal before pad. Tara, no worries. I hope you don't feel like I just spoiled it for you. I am in talk. Like I said, I am in talks to get it to be put on a Thursday. Because even if it's a Thursday evening and you can't listen to it then, it'll be available all of Friday. That way it's like a day earlier, and I think that's the better move. So I'm hoping we get it greenlit for Thursdays. Speaking of pizza, are you going to RHB Boston? Yes, I am. I'm very excited. It's going to be my first time in Boston. I've never been to Boston. So that'll be fun. And myself and Rob have an exchange to do where he's going to buy me a chicken parm, my first chicken parm. I'm going to get him a chicken shawarma. So I'm very excited for that exchange. Oh, this is a great song. I want to make this louder for y'all. All right. This season of Elvis Blunt hasn't grabbed me as much. Some good dramatic moments, don't get me wrong, but I'm still watching it. There we go. Well, as long as you're still watching it, that's good. Rank Vulture, Pigeon, Falcon. Oh, Falcon's first, just because it's way harder to win as. I enjoy Vulture quite a bit. I think the prospects of punishing the group for not going into meetings is funny. Pigeon might be a little more of a third for me. Not that I don't enjoy it. I just feel like people give you so much heat for winning as Pigeon. And also Pigeon is like the only other way people will call meetings for no reason. So Falcon, Vulture, Pigeon. You still can't hear the music? I don't know what's happened. It needs to be way too loud for y'all to hear it. And then it's way too loud for me. And then I feel like it's going to be louder than me. So I don't know what I've done or if the settings need to be changed or something. That's why you should sing to us. What is this? A carpool karaoke? Now I want a chicken parm. Yeah, I've never had it. So we'll see how I feel. Boston North End chicken parm is incredible. There we go. Nice. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you want any recommendations. JP will do. Do you live in Boston or have you just experienced Boston before? Is the Sunday Goose game going to be on the new map? I am currently planning on it. Yes. New map, new roles. We'll see how that plays out though. Fast food, McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell. McDonald's is third. It's last. It just is. Even though it's the OG, it's last. I feel like once upon a time, Wendy's was my one. Like I could fuck up a Baconator so happily. But the last 2-3 times I've had a Baconator, I'm like, this is too much for me. And not in I'm full. It's like, I don't know. I can't explain. I get hit with the tiredness of the food. So Taco Bell could be first, but also I don't eat Taco Bell often. I think that's the thing to remember. If I was to say, if the exercise was you have to eat this for a week, I think then McDonald's might be first. I don't think I can do Wendy's every day or Taco Bell every day. But I think Taco Bell 1, even though I've had Taco Bell maybe like a total of 5 times in my life. Taco Bell 1, Wendy's 2, McDonald's 3. But it's interchangeable between Wendy's and Taco Bell. Hoping to see the new map, but I understand if it can't happen. It'll be the new map unless 3 people cancel and we're down to 10 people. That's the plan. I live about 15 minutes away. Oh, snap. Gotcha, Jay Preet. Used to work in the city before COVID. There we go. The thing is, I'm going to be quick in and out, Jay Preet. So I'm going to be going in Tuesday, leaving Thursday. And mostly going to be wrapped up with the events. But that being said, if I end up having time, or if I end up beforehand being you know what, fuck it, I want to look at some things, I'm going to hit you up. If they keep nacho fries on the menu, then Taco Bell all day. Chicken nuggets versus wings versus tenders. Ooh. Wings, tenders, nuggets. I like all 3 quite a bit, but a good tenders hella satisfying, but even the best tender doesn't do shit as opposed to wings. Wings hits another side for me. Dainty, that's a hard question because I'd be like, oh, I can order everything. So why not just order everything? Oh no, Sparrow, what have you done? Sparrow, what is the suggestion? I'll call him on at 4:50 Sunday. Make sure he's awake. Thank you, Matt. You know what's funny? I got a message from Amon. I cleared my notifications, sadly. I got a message from Amon Monday, like morning, being like, I was asleep. Sorry, Lamau. I was like, Amon, you could have not told me that. I knew. Food songs? I might have to veto that one, Spare. I might have to refund you your monies. Might have to refund your monies. I don't know how many food songs are there that's like gonna be worthy of a tier list there for me. But I do appreciate the suggestion as always. Where do I do this? Time change on Sunday too. Oh dear God. Hold on. When is spring forward? Shit. March 9th. What time at night? 9th. Oh my God. My Saturday is about to be fucked. Oh no. Oh no. 2 a.m.? So we're going to go from 1:59 to what? 3 a.m.? Yeesh. You can't say everything for your death row meal. Oh fuck. I would go with a big Persian meal then. It would just have to be a big Persian meal for me. Yeah, there's no way it's not going to be a big Persian meal. And that's going to make me happy. Although I've noticed recently, chat, going for a Persian dinner, like a Persian restaurant, it makes me happy because I love Persian food. But I've realized recently, the last couple times I've gone, it makes me sad. And it's because like it makes me think of like my childhood. And then I miss my parents. Sounds like I'm saying a lot. It's true. I'm a big softie. And I'm just like eating the food and I'm just like getting all nostalgic. And then I'm like, I miss them. I should call my mom. and then I'll leave the restaurant, go to bed, and the next morning I don't call my mom. So it's like, but in the moment, I'm feeling too many feelings. You know what I mean? I usually work at 6 a.m. on Sundays. Oh my God. Yeah. Working 6 a.m. on Sunday and then having that responding, that would be too much. Very normal and relatable. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for not making me feel, for making me feel heard. All right, one more question in the form is, what's your favorite dessert? I'm not, cheesecake. It's cheesecake. It's cheesecake. Favorite dessert? Cheesecake. I cry eating spaghetti for the same reason. Hella nostalgia, am I right? Especially when I listen to music from my country, I get that feeling, Fleur. I understand that. Cheesecake is goated. It really is. I discovered cheesecake way too late in my life, but it's my favorite. What about a favorite Persian dessert? Oof. I love Persian food. I don't really fuck with the desserts. I don't. And it's mostly because like my sweet tooth gets satisfied by like chocolatey stuff, and Persian desserts aren't quite chocolatey. Plain cheesecake. No flavor for me. Give me the plain. Give me the plain, chat. Give me the plain all day. All day. My x-ray tech yesterday told me she had never even tried cheesecake. I almost left. / just kidding. I mean, so for my birthday, we were in Arizona, as I'd mentioned, and they got me a cheesecake as my cake, and it was amazing. It was so good. I genuinely could only have one slice. I couldn't eat any more. But it was amazing. I loved it. Oh, Persian, you want to see some Persian desserts? I got you, fam. I got you. Okay, that's not quite Persian. Actually, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we've got Shirin Morabai, which is like sweet jam based. Yeah, pistachio and apricot jam cookie is this one. There is cantaloupe smoothie. I don't hate this one. I don't hate the cantaloupe smoothie. It's pretty decent. This one though, I fuck with heavy. The Persian cream puff. It translates to whipped cream bread in Farsi. This is true. It's really good. It's really good. I've never had that. It's like an almond macaroon that originates in Tabriz. Okay. Chocolate truffles, nah, not really for me. This I hate. It's kind of pudding. It's a pudding. No, thank you. Yeah. So we got options. We got options out here. Oh shit. Hey! Quinions once again. Quinn, thank you for the raid, man. 2 nights in a row. We got to stop meeting like this. How you doing, Quinn? Hope y'all had fun, Quinions. Welcome in. Welcome in. If you're gonna be leaving, but you stop by to say hello with the raid, I do appreciate you taking your time out to do so and give us your positive energy for us to continue the rest of the night. So thank you so much. Hope y'all have a good night. If you're sticking around, feel free to do so. We're kicking off the weekend together. I'm answering your questions, whether in the forum anonymously or in the chat, in the public eye for all to be seen. We're just vibing. We're vibing. We're listening to music, having a good time. So welcome. You're more than welcome to stay. But if you got to leave, I understand. Appreciate it, Quinn. Thank you so much, man. And y'all, if you're not already following Quinn, do yourselves a favor and follow the man. He has recently joined us over here on Twitch and has been making waves and delivering every type of content possible. So do yourselves a favor. Go ahead and give the man a follow. I feel like I was asked a question that I missed. How does Liana like Persian food? Liana really likes Persian food. She really, really does, which I'm happy about. Mount Rushmore of ways to eat potatoes. Okay, so we're at 4, right? Listen, the Canadian part of me, and by that I mean the person who lived in Canada for 10 years, poutine's on there. One of the 4 is poutine. Let's just deal with it, okay? The other one, curly fries. Put it in there. Curly fries, elite. Shit. Mashed potatoes. No. Yes? Oh, this is hard. I'm gonna go with mashed potatoes. Lock them in. That leaves one more spot for the 4. I really like a good roast potato. Roast potatoes are sick, but I don't know if it's sick enough to be number 4, like on the list. I'm also like, I think wedges are underrated, but are they top 4 for me? I don't think so. A hash brown could be the shout here, or I go basic boy on you and just hit you with the regular fry. How about that? I could do that. But part of me wants to go roasted. Chat, you tell me what should be number 4. Considering my first 3 are not negotiable, let's say. I've never thought about putting cantaloupe in a smoothie, but I do like cantaloupe and I like smoothies. It's good. It's good. It's a good flavor. Angsty and my forever darling, thank you for coming in from the raid. Appreciate it. Of course, Quinn, I got you, man. I once had a man tell me my hairs look like curly fries. I got lots of comments on my curls, but that one has stuck with me. Was that man like a fan of curly fries? Then it's a compliment. Mash go crazy. That's what I'm saying. Loaded baked potatoes, not a bad shout. Love me a waffle fry. Okay. Correct answer is hash browns. Okay, we got a lot of different opinions here. Tater tots, okay. Shoestring fries, mashed potatoes. Does gnocchi count? I don't know if gnocchi counts. Do I celebrate Charsham Basuri? Mayrose, I've not celebrated a Charsham Masuri since I was a teen. So the answer would be yes, but lately, no, you know? I don't know if he was a fan of curly fries, but I do have spiral curls. Okay, Amy, okay. Shoot, Chad, I think I'm gonna go roasted potatoes for the fourth. The utility of the roasted potato goes far. And I like it quite a bit. So there we go. I think that's my answer. Final answer. Lock it in. Yeah, I think I'm locking that in. Oh, that's another thing we did. We've done a tier list for types of fries. We've done a tier list for pizza. We've done a tier list for types of potato. We literally did a tier list on crock pot recipes. Like, we've done a lot of different tier lists around here. Not a single vote for potato salad or vodka. No. I wouldn't count vodka as part of potatoes, Lori, even though I understand what you're saying. But potato salad ain't in my top 4. No. Mount Rushmore of foods you avoid because of the beard. Which Mount Rushmore? Oh, sorry, which item, Cool Rider? Sweet potato got no love? No, I don't like sweet potatoes. I don't. Okay, that's not... Okay, I can eat a sweet potato. Okay, I can have sweet potato fries, you know? But I don't love it. It ain't the same to me. I don't know why I said it like that. Just for an article today, top 10 desserts in Ottawa. Beaver tails were on the list. Looks amazing. Have you had? Beaver tails are amazing. You get the Nutella one and you're in heaven. So good. So good. Very sugary, very sweet, but very nice. I'm originally from the rice capital of the world, and there are bumper stickers that used to say, eat more rice because potatoes make your butt big. But I feel like that's almost like pro potato, no? What is my humble trait? Okay, so humble trait is a thing you have that keeps you humble, right? That's kind of what it was discussed as on Survivor. I feel like my humble trait is... Shit, what is my humble trait? What is my humble trait, chat? And I'm not asking for answers because I might get humbled real quick by y'all. I'm trying to think about it. It could be my wide feet. I have particularly wide feet. They ain't, and I don't think I have pretty feet, low key. But I have a wide foot to the point where there are certain shoes that I just can't wear because my feet are wide. Are my wide feet flat as well? How do I know if they're flat? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. But maybe it's the wide feet. Because my initial thought was to say hairline. But then I'm like, that ain't humbling. That's a bridge too far even. We're talking about humbling. I have flat feet and they're wide too. Like Fred Flintstone feet? I don't know. Can I wear Crocs? Yes. Do you have arches? Does your arch touch the floor? Oh, so if I put my feet, there's no gap between, because then the arch would have a little, my foot does have an arch. It doesn't go flat. Like I can see an arch right now. I'm not going to show you because it's not for you to see. It's for me to see, but there is an arch, you know, if my, like, yeah, it's got a little curve to it. But nope, they're not flat. There's definitely a gap over here. I can put my toe in. Yeah, okay. They're just fucking wide. Yeah. I have the opposite problem. I have narrow feet and it's nearly impossible to find narrow shoes these days. I wear 2 pair of socks and insoles in most of my boots. Damn, Amy. Yeah, I'm all the way around. There's not, like, I bought these nice Adidas high tops a couple years, 2022. And then I wore them to the first RHAP event back into New York. I wore them for the event. I made my way to New York. I met up with everybody, went to the air. When we got to our B&B, we got set up. I was excited. We're seeing all my friends again after so long, meeting so many of them for the first time. We get inside the venue and my feet are fucking killing me. I literally, by like an hour into the night, I would, wherever I was standing, I would wedge my feet out so that I was standing on my tippy toes in my shoes, but half my foot was just hanging up the balance just because I needed it to breathe. It was so painful. The next morning, I woke up and my feet had like been bruised. It was bad. Liana and I literally, we had a podcaster's lunch that day. Liana and I said goodbye to everyone for a little bit and went to a shoe store so I could buy shoes that would be fittable and breathable. And my God, I bought a pair of Skechers. And they might not be the prettiest, chat, but these Skechers put life back into my feet. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even embarrassed. I love it. My feet feel good. And since then, I've not been able to wear very cool looking shoes. And it is what it is. You tell us about, yeah, I mean, listen, Lori, that's good advertising for the pal. And in order to honor that, I'm not going to speak any further on it. I just woke up from my nap I accidentally took. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling good, Tom, sir. I hope your Amon nap was good. Also, you're wearing the same hoodies yesterday? Why is that a LMFAO? Yes, I am. I wore that hoodie at, what was it, 8 p.m. right when I went live on stream. And then I took it off after pod. I didn't wear it again till now. It's fine. It's clean. Allow me. I've also not gone anywhere today. This I feel when I'm forced to wear high heels. I'm more of a Chuck Taylor kind of girl. That's what I'm saying. Will Rob's Traitors finale rant make the RHAB 20th anniversary all-time moments list? It should. That was a rant I've not felt Rob do in a long-ass time. Skechers are very comfy, chat. Very, very comfy. Mount Rushmore of best sauces you put on food? Oh, God. I mean, hot sauce is number one. Hot sauce is number one. Barbecue sauce, I think, on food is tough because barbecue sauce don't go on everything. Neither does like a burger sauce. So like a ketchup, mustard, mayo hybrid, that don't go on everything. That's a hard question. But hot sauce. It's comfy. It's not bad. I just noticed that. Oh, thank you for the observation, Tomster. Tough crowd. Matt. High heels, what are we chatting about? We're talking about humble traits and how I have wide feet is what we're talking about. Ketchup goes on everything that barbecue goes on everything that ketchup does. I disagree. I disagree on that. Rod needs to eat Kit Kats more often. I agree. I'm going to assume we already did spoilers on. We actually have not yet. So we could do that in a little bit here. Talk some Traitors if people would like to do that. I've not felt as much of an itch for people to talk Traitors tonight as we usually have had on these weeks. So depends. I am doing the finale for the feedback show is with Liana. So if you would like to check that out, that we're going to be recording that sometime over the weekend / Monday. And then we go from there. Shit. I think it's robasawebsite.com. Hold on. /Traitors feedback. Yeah, there we go. It's in here. If you would like to submit questions, it's in there. I've heard those on-cloud sneakers are supposed to be super comfy as well, but I've never tried them. I've never heard of them, Coco Honk. I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, I was too disappointed about finding out about it now. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of people, it's done. Traitors is done. I can throw a poll up and just see how many people are you still avoiding Traitors spoilers? Just for my curiosity. Just for my curiosity, chat. And I'm also caught up with the forum, so we're in a good pace right now. I'm excited for the feedback app, but otherwise done. There we go, Softy. Yeah, I'm excited for Liana to talk Traitors. We're going to record from our lounge set, so it'll be fun. New setup. US, no UK as well. The good news is we're not talking UK at all. Oh, gotcha, Coco. Yeah, we thought it'd be a fun way to both do the pod together and also promote the lounge. Thank you, Tomster. Appreciate that. All right, I'm seeing 2 people total are avoiding Traitor spoilers. So unless that number is increased massively, I will be giving a big warning and then we're going to just jump into some Traitors talk for a little bit. Or just say it's Traitors time, like we can talk Traitors openly. We're getting another rant? Not from me, you're not. I didn't have much to rant about. Someone said the season 3 UK has been released on Peacock. Yes, it got released actually yesterday. Was this the first time you talked to Brittany? It was. I've never talked to Brittany before, which was actually surreal. I actually got in late on the pod because Zoom is annoying, and I thought I was waiting for them to add me to the Zoom, but I wasn't, turns out. And so when I got in, Rob was being shady and implying that I would have never come in late for Ivar. And then Brittany was like, wow, Pooya, really? And I was like, Rob, why are you doing this to me, Rob? You're a menace. So, yeah. Please let me know if you're going to Traitors Talk. I'm finishing it all up tomorrow. Sounds good, Lana. Once we move over, I'll give you the heads up. I was into BB10 retrospective and they mentioned partly why Traitors is such a different game for any actual gamer to play. Because Traitors is a game almost entirely about perception. Traitors is not a game that is... Traitors is a game better with people who do not have any impressions of them beforehand. No UK spoilers. You're safe. We're not talking UK here. You're good. Yeah, perception, I think, is a big part of it. But I also think that's why I think the Traitors is better served with people who is better served with people who are not familiar with each other at all. That's the best formula for Traitors. But we'll take all of them. You know, we'll take every type of show. No Traitors for a while now. I think when is Traitors Ireland coming? I've heard of that. That's happening at some point. Hold on. Yeah, sometime in 2025. We have no idea when that is, though. So we don't know when that is. But we also have a Celebrity UK one coming this season. Yeah, we have no idea when that is either. So there's a world where we have nothing till Traitors Canada Season 3. Ireland hasn't even filmed yet? Yeah, we might be on Traitors off season for a while now then. I think also something needs to be said about the fact that season 1 versus like later seasons, one, because for example, you're talking about Suri, yes and yes, but then by season 2 everyone's looking at the gamers sideways, you know. By season 3 everyone's looking at the housewives sideways. So I think how people from your franchises do in prior seasons will also impact your future, even though you've not played the game yet. Kind of looking forward to no Traitors for a while. UK and USA back-to-back was a lot. It can be a lot, especially with I mean, it wasn't even that, Jordan. It was Canada, UK, and US back to back to back. It was 3 of them back to back to back. Like, I've not been on Traitors off season since September. 6 months. 6 months. Let's see. But we'll get US forecast in May when they go film, so that'll be fun. That's true, Matt. That's true. We'll get to talk about that, get our first reactions there. I'm sure, Matt, if you want to run another draft over on Free Agents, I would love to join you. We'll have fun. We'll make our own fun on the Traitors. Rod Down came to the game as a 2-time B player, even though he didn't even do that. 2-time winner? Yeah, right. So will the Traitors look at random celebs different because of Dylan? Oh, like Traitors season 4? Probably not, but I think what I like about players like Dylan on this season, like players who were like nobodies who became good detectives and basically gamers, is that now those players are not going to be discounted. And I feel like for a lot of these gamers, their biggest mistake on these shows is like Dan last season be like, Pilot Pete isn't even a gamer. What does he know? And it's like, dude, the guy played you like a fiddle. Like, oof. It's an oof there. So, yeah. Taryn did a stream today about his thoughts on the Interesting. I didn't realize Taryn ended up talking about the Traitors some, because I know he's not. I know he's been like. I think Taryn watches the Traitors like silently in the shadows. He's not really like talking about it often. So it is interesting. But yeah. When was Traitors New Zealand? Over the summer, right? That was over the summer, I think. I think if Taryn wanted, he could get on jet lag. I think that's available. Is there any interest or possibility in a B&B / club condo type silly show for Traitors next year? I low-key feel like that is what our feedback show is, right? Because if there's been any segments online, any tweets, videos, we've like looked at them in the feedback show. So I would say our feedback show is like the silly show. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know if there's a market for that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we already covered all of that. The other problem, the difference between Survivor and Big Brother, versus Traitors is that it's hard because you can't really look at what all the Traitors are saying on socials, because a lot of it is just going to give away the show. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for Traitors New Zealand to come to Peacock since the YouTube videos were deleted. That was so unfortunate, Magic Gamer. I feel like we had them for a minute on YouTube, and then they just got wiped. Maybe this is more spoiler territory, but where would you rank 3 out of all iterations? When you say all, Jordan, are we talking Australia, UK, New Zealand, Canada, or we're talking all iterations of the US? I could have listened to you and Netta talk Traitors for hours. You know what's surreal about that, Aeroflu, is when I got on the call with Netta, and all the way until I went offline with Netta, I didn't feel like I was talking to the Netta from Big Brother and Traitors. I felt like I was talking to a friend, which is surreal to me, to think that is the energy, the connection we have. Like, as far as like, I've gotten to know her well, and it's so surreal. There's somebody I watched on TV and I enjoyed, you know? I feel like it's behind Can 2 for me. Yup, all countries. If I was to give you a top 5, I would go UK 1, UK 2. I would go New Zealand 2, Canada 2. That 5th spot, US 3 could be in the conversation. AU 1 could be in the conversation. One of those two could take that spot. One of those two could take that spot. AU 1 or US 3. I could see that. I did not watch Netta's season, but I really liked your episode with her. Thank you, Softy. Netta's season was fun. I do recommend it. Thank you, Ali. Thank you so much. It would be tougher or impossible for US traders to go from ex-reality TV players to become a game with unknowns, right? Wait, for US traders to go from ex-reality to become... Oh, I see. You mean like it would be... Yeah, going from... I see what you mean. So like going from now that they've done celebrity to go to like full-blown normies. I think they could do it. I think the show is big enough they could. But that being said, if they don't, they don't. But I think they could. I don't think they know they could, but I think they could. I feel like this, if anything, these last couple of seasons put the show on the map. But I'm also almost of the mindset of give us the once a year Olympics of reality TV with the Traitors celeb or the Traitors this, and then give us a Traitors normie. You could give us a Traitors normie easy. And have to milk it for 2 seasons a year. Survivor's on 2 times a year. Why not Traitors? They could do that. They could do that. It's possible. It's not impossible. It's absolutely possible. Also, I'm noticing that I'm slowly sliding into the back of this chair. So let's get into Traitors spoilers, because I'm gonna have to call it earlier than I may have anticipated as I try to lay back essentially. The season's cast was so stacked, I'm curious where they're going to go next. Airflu, I agree. Hard agree. This was a great cast, 10 out of 10. Screen's wobbling a little bit. Lori, that's me being... that's me leaning on the damn desk because I'm getting sleepy. Okay, Lana, was it you who said you needed the heads up for Traitors spoiler talk? This is the heads up. I do not have my mods over here at the moment, but I'm trying to see if my sheet is updated. I got you, Lana. I'm happy I remembered. Spoiler zone. Oh my god. The mods are on top of this. They already had this Traitors finale ready. Weirdly, at least one Love Island US 6 girly. If we get Leah on the Traitors next, Tara, I would lose my hands. Man hands, what up? And I didn't mention her as a Persian on the Traitors pod, but I would love that so fucking much. All right. Let's do it, chat. Let's do it. If you do not know what's about to happen, as you can see with the graphic that I'm minimizing on the screen, we're about to talk Traitors US 3 finale, meaning if you are avoiding the results of the Traitors season 3 finale, either you didn't watch it yet or you were waiting for the season to end to do it on a binge. While I do understand that, I do want to give you the heads up so that you remain as unspoiled as you've been throughout this process, because I know it's not easy to remain unspoiled about a show like this. So you have a heads up. If you would like to still stay in the chat afterwards, of course, all you need to do is when you see this screen go away, when you see this spoiler zone graphic go away, unmute, tab your chat back open, and you're good to go. Okay? That's it. And then you're ready to go. All right. All right. How you doing, boss man? I'm good, man hands. I'm good, living, having a good time, good vibes with the squad. How are you? They already got the biggest Survivor and Big Brother names in the first 3 seasons. While I do think there's plenty more names to go, Shisco, I feel like they've gone with a lot of heavy hitters out the gate already. So then the question is, where do we go next? All right. Spoiler time. What do you want to talk about? Because I've already talked about a lot. A lot of you, if you were here last night, you've already seen my reactions to the finale and stuff. I can give Danielle her flowers for some of her strategy, but I was happy that we finally got the payoff of her getting voted out. You and a lot of people as well, Airflu, for sure. It was some drama. But I'm happy to hear that it's fine. Like that the reunion was good for me because I'm happy everyone seemed fine afterwards, Who from MILF Manor would be... Oh, AZ with the 10 gifted. Thank you, AZ. Appreciate that. Welcome in Tessa Works. Diet Coke only. Control Salt. Escape. Lady Booker. Def Not Another Heather. Way to Plan. Yeah, Mr. Play and C. Maleka. Let's Coast. And Tracy. Part of Less Than 2 crew. Composite of the one and only AZ. If you're in the chat, drop a Less Than 2 one time, please and thank you. All right. Who from MILF Manor would you put on Traitors? Barbie could be a good shout for the Traitors. Doing Gucci, just waking up at 3 p.m. Hey, been there. We've been there. It's the weekend. It's allowed. Who is the biggest Survivor name left? Ooh. I mean, they have taken like the Mount Rushmore folks for sure. But off the top of my head, if they wanted to, Ozzy, Tyson, Coach. If we're going old school, I feel like there's quite a few people in the old school they haven't gone with it. Jerry Manthe would be great on this show. If they wanted to, they could get Amanda Kimmel on the show. I think that could be a good shout. If they wanted to, they could go Johnny Fairplay. That's just old school. There's a lot of new school people that I would like to see. I think there's like half the cast of David vs. Goliath could be on this season, on Traitors, I mean, which would be great. And I think there's quite a few new era gems as well. I agree though, like the upper echelon, the Mount Rushmore, they're gone, right? They already took them. But I think there's others available. I could go for some 90 Day Fiancé contestants on Traitors. Oh my God. Who would you want to see, Coco? I love Gabby too, Jen. It was so great to see Gabby win. And to get to learn who Gabby is one of the reasons I love the Traitors US for the way they do casting, because it is a crossover event. And I get to meet so many people that I would have not ever known who they were otherwise. So I'm happy Gabby got her check, or her portion of the check. Hey, Ivar won, Coco Honk. I hate it just as much as you do, but Ivar won. I think something I'm gonna bring up on the feedback show is the interesting way having 4 winners and how they all won differently. Dolores wins because Danielle thought she could control Dolores and marinate Dolores, which she could definitely be safe from a vote from Dolores, but she could not control Dolores or marinate, or she marinated Dolores, couldn't control Dolores. Ivar gets to the end because he was deemed too useless to be murdered. It's a waste of time to murder Ivar. Why would we do that? He's so clear. That doesn't give us... The Traitors operated under the idea that we have to frame someone by doing murders. And you don't necessarily need to do that, but by doing that, Ivar skates by completely and then lives. Dylan gets to the end because the man literally befriended every traitor that walked through the turret to the point where they all thought, he's in my back pocket, I don't need to worry about him. Even though I think there were red alert signs all over the gaff, with every single traitor that goes out, the other traitor should have been like, oh, he just voted this person out, can't trust them. So, mistake. And then Gabby was the one that befriended Carolyn. And I think her relationship with Carolyn was huge. I think also her ability to make friends in that castle and also use deduction and evidence gathering was right up there as well. The fact that Dylan was on her case from so early and she was able to keep him off of her and keep Dylan's, because Dylan, when he thought of somebody, he wouldn't let it go. The fact that he wasn't he let go of Gabby, even though I know he brought her up again, like, oh, could it be Brittany and Gabby, but he never acted on it really outside of giving a rogue vote to her. And I think that's huge. I think the relationship with Carolyn was also huge. So they all won in different ways, even though they all 4 won the exact same amount of money. I love the one because Gabby won. I understand that completely. So then Gabby talked about getting married. People said they knew it was over. The thing for me is the minute Gabby was granted the power of being seen by Brittany, I knew it was curtains for everybody else but Gabby. Gabby was guaranteed money. It was a matter of who else is going to win money with Gabby, you know? Wentworth is another great choice. Hatch is also part of that. Yup. The fact that none of the 4 opted to take the others out just made all the winners super lame. That's fair. Do you see Coach's Instagram post saying he's basically retired? What does basically mean, though? That's the question. So, Abby, everyone's got to know Gabby. I'm so thankful. Anfisa, oh, God. I could see Anfisa being on the show. The thing is, I feel like if they're going to bring someone from 90, I would say they're more likely to do an Angela or a Big Ed before they are fucking anybody else. And I don't want to be associated with 90 Day Fiance if they're on. Because the thing is, if they're on, people are going to be like, oh, you watch 90? They must be cool. That's your representation. And I'd be like, fuck, no, it's not. I don't fucking claim them. I don't even give a fuck if big heads, crusty ass watched my podcast and then talk shit to me on the interview. Like, yeah, I don't claim you. You pervert? No. So I really don't want it. But I feel like that's where we're going to end up headed with 90 Day castings. That's why I'm like, kind of like, let's avoid 90 altogether. Let's talk online about increasing the prize amount so players might be more cutthroat and vote people out. Thoughts? I think two things, Daisy. Hey, Z, thank you for giving us up to Lenny Burger. Appreciate you. Making it number 11 tonight. Thanks so much. Here's the thing. I'm all for increasing the prize pot, for sure. I also think they need to lower I don't know how much they pay for for the players to appear on the show. They need to lower that paycheck as well. Whatever the amount is too much, because the show at this point is so upper echelon on reality TV. It is the number one reality TV show in the US. You can make them fight for their money on the show. You know, run them a little baby check and then they have to win their money on the show, because I feel like some people play way too complacent and I'm not here for it. But also, let them play how they want to play. Fuck it. You know, like, yeah. Like, I understood where Dylan was coming from when he was like, oh, there's a lot of suspicion on me now. Fuck it. I just want to end the game. It's a $50,000 check still. The other thing is he won the show. You know, he won the show. I can't even begin to imagine if I made it to Final Four and if I gamble on a revote and then I go home, I would be fucking devastated, chat. Because I want to say I won, you know? Is there anything about the game or casting you think the show could improve on next time? I think that they need to stop making all the gamers or making the turret majority gamers. Enough. I need the Traitors to be a little more unpredictable. The last two seasons we've seen now in the US have proven one thing and one thing only, and that is the gamers are going to overgame and they're going to throw each other under the bus, and then they're going to make it easy for everyone else to figure them out. I think having unpredictable Traitors can help the franchise go forward. I would love to see the insanity that is a turret with an Ion, at the helm. Like, what does that look like? Or tossing in a Samus Gari, tossing in a Gabby. Like, what does that look like? I think also it would make it a lot harder for people to figure it out. I think also make some of these gamers faithful and see how they play. Because I know obviously there were gamers that were faithfuls, but not in a way where like, okay, I'm a faithful, but I know this person's a traitor, so I'm going to work along with them. What does it look like when they don't know who the traitor is? What does that look like? I just need it to be a little bit more unpredictable, because as of right now, I maintain what I said at the start of the season. If you're on season 4, look at the Big Brother people, one of them's a traitor. Look at the Survivor people, one of them's probably a traitor, and go from there. You know what I mean? No, I don't think the trust got renewed, Amy. AZ, thank you for gifting another sub to Mimi the Great. Appreciate it. Potos family. Oh my God, Rob would love that. Boston Rob's appearance fee was 100K. See what the fuck I'm saying? That is more money than each person that won the show. That's nuts. Tomster, you can send the link. I might not look at it. I'm sorry, I might not play it on stream, but feel free to send me the link. The perception alone means they should always be voted out or killed. I mean, that's what I've said before, but they've still made it far, you know? There needs to be some variety on the turret. I also think that help with the perception that moral people are faithfuls and slime for other traitors. Exactly. Someone that's like, please don't make me the traitor. Fuck it, make him the traitor. What is this? Conversation. Oh, this is David from this season of Survivor. A real conversation that happened. Meet a Bryce Isaiah at the watch party. Were you a contestant of Survivor? Duh, obviously. Oh, sorry, my bad. The only old era season I've seen is Kagiyan. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. That is so funny. That is so funny. Oh, David. Did I miss vaudeville? Just need to know if I need to look at vlogs. Vlogs? You mean VODs? Hack, you're good. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Vaudeville is going to be a whole event when we do it, finally, because we need to solve that game. Other than too many gamers in the turret, what other things do you think they will be added to the meta for next season? The meta. Oh god. I still think people are not gonna like if you keep doing the thing of like, okay, every show has one person from it, maybe two, but Big Brother, Survivor, and the Housewives have 4 apiece. I'm sorry, those people are gonna get fucking done. Like half of them are gonna be gone by episode 4. Like you don't want that. So, like if you had 0 gamers as traitors, they still get voted out because the perception would be one of them has to be a traitor. Well, that's the problem now in it, is that might happen. But hell, I'm not even saying make none of them a traitor. Make one of them a traitor, right? We had a turret of 4 people and 2 survivors and a Big Brother person were traitors and Bob the drag queen. Make it the other way around. Make it 1 traitor from Big Brother or Survivor if you must. Make everyone else normies. All right. Let me see in the. Okay. So yeah, there's nothing in the form, so we're chill. We're Gucci. I think this year twist is close to running its course. I think it's done. I don't think we need it. We have now. I feel like everything I've seen from the seer twist, I don't need it in the end game, because all it does is incentivize you to fucking not, like, again, we saw last night that the seer said they're a faithful. Did it help the traitor? No. Did it help? The only person to help was Gabby, because it hard cleared Gabby. But there's a world where they truly thought there were 2 traitors left still. Like, let's say that they didn't have a what am I trying to say? Let's say that there was not a recruitment, right? And like it was Danielle's the sole traitor left. And Danielle was the seer. And Danielle checks Gabby. And Gabby's a faithful and tells everyone Gabby's a faithful. I think they vote both their asses out. I really do. So I don't need the seer twist. Currently faithfuls win more often. That is not true, actually. Sorry, I'm gonna mute real quick to count how many of each win we've had. I'll be right back. Okay, there's actually more traitor wins cumulatively than faithful wins. That being said, I also feel like you can branch off, you can separate traitors wins into OG traitor wins versus recruited traitor wins. I think with faithful, like you can bank them into 2-person faithful wins versus 3-person faithful wins versus 4. So there's like different ones. It's actually been, what's been surprising is that I feel like faithful wins are becoming a little more common, specifically Coco, if we're going to talk about US traders. I think that they definitely need to figure their shit out, because I think it's going to become increasingly harder for a trader win to happen in that castle. So we'll see. Also, I was counting. Need a trader sort of only housewives just to see what happens. I would love to see that, Matt. Like, could that be the first time ever that the turret just works in harmony? Because I think the other thing is that on the US, we see the traitors turn on each other way too soon, way too quickly, and we keep seeing the traitors throw each other under the bus, where more often than not, the traitors are getting kicked out because the traitors are targeting each other. And I think gone are the days where it'd be like, ooh, I wonder what it looks like if like two traitors get to the end, and then are they gonna try and win together or not? So yeah. Anyway. If say somebody, then I wonder if not revealing someone as a field of traitor could help when you vote them out. See, that's the problem, is I don't think they can do that. That's way too helpful to the traitors, I think. This is why you need to watch Dance with the Stars. Gabby was on, was runner-up. See, I've never thought about watching Dancing with the Stars because I don't understand dancing like that. Are we playing marbles or arrive late? Honestly, I don't think we are, if I'm keeping it 100 with you. No marbles tonight. There's a combination of I'm starting to get a bit of a headache. I'm a little sleepy. But the primary thing is I need to, because typically I don't go to bed immediately. I just can't do that. I get podrenalin, right? I'm like energized. I need to be on the come down for that. And then I need to go to bed because I do have, it's Liana's birthday tomorrow. We got plans and I got to make sure I'm ready to do whatever Liana wants to do tomorrow. It's Liana's day. What's an Among Us Goose Goose mechanic that can be utilized in traders that can help the traders? Here's what I will say. I said this last year, and I'm not mad at the prospect of it today. I think there should be a jester role. And now hear me out. This is how the jester role works. The jester comes into the game, and they are told, hey, you have until final 12 to get yourself banished. Okay? Or final 12 might be too late. Let's say like final 14 to get banished. If you get banished, you walk out of here with $50,000 that comes directly from the prize pot. They lose that money. If everyone knows that there is that jester role that's trying to get voted out, a lot of the fuck-ups traders do can get swept under the rug. People can be a little bit more on edge because they're trying to see, oh my God, was that suspect or was that jester maneuvers? And so on. So then the other side of things is that I like that prospect because, again, it allows the traders to be a little more sloppy, but also it allows the traders to then target people who are being sloppy, because more often than not, the traders will keep the sloppy people because, oh, they could get voted out. They might not want that. So that adds a different layer, but also they're not going to be there all the way to the end. Their objective is you have till final 14 to do it. If you don't, you're done. You lose your money. You are unable to get that money. And you get, like, once they miss that banishment window, they just get murdered that night. They're like, yep, 2 people died last night. And they're like, oh my God, okay, so one of them was the jester. Interesting. And then that's it. That's what they were there for, to get voted out. And I think that could be fun. That could be a fun layer to throw in the mix. But other than that, I've seen people talk about, ooh, doctor, nurse, none of that. I don't want none of that in the game. Shiro, thank you. Sorry, Shiro or Shiro. You let me know how to say your name, please, and thank you. First time chatter, brand new follower. You are into this community. Welcome in. Hey, Pooya, can we talk through Brittany's thought process for the Danielle vote? The argument for her sticking with Ivar is clear, but I'd love to hear your thoughts about her defense for changing to Danielle. Also, happy birthday, Liana. I'm also a BME scientist working with microRNA, women in STEM AF. Hey, hello. It's Skyro. Thank you, Skyro. Thank you. Okay, so here's the thing, Skyra. I'd love to hear your thoughts about her defense for changing to Danielle. So she kept mentioning in the exit today, it was all about self-preservation. And her argument was, did you see what happened to people that didn't vote the traitor out? they got hard sussed, right? And I think a big part of that for her was, I've used that argument against people. I've used it against people to get voted out because they didn't vote out the traitor, which is true. We saw her do this. I believe it was with Sierra not voting out Boston Rob. So when you've already done something, I think you're a lot more sensitive to it, and you're a lot more worried that that's going to come back to haunt you because people will use that against you, right? So I understand it from that perspective. My issue is it was way too late at that point. Once they're in the double tiebreaker or whatever, I think you just gotta hope that Dolores is sticking with you and you play the game a chance. And then if she still goes, we'll see what happens. But I think, I understand what she did, right? I think there was a better move, but I understand why she did it that way. I would argue they lost the game when they murdered Tom. The Tom vote out is what caused all of this. Because if they didn't vote Tom and Tom voted Dolores, Dolores wants to vote Tom, they could 3-2-1 Tom out of the game, easy pickings, because Dylan and Gabby ain't voting Tom. Ain't voting with Tom for Dolores, you know? I think that's where they went wrong. They should have murdered Ivar or Dylan, but Ivar would have been fine. And then they banished Tom. Instead, they banished Tom, tried to get Ivar banished, which was not going to happen. I hope that made sense. I agree. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Skyro. Yes. So that's where I think we went sideways. And everything after that was like let's just try and survive. But I think it was too hard at that point. I got you, Skyro. I got you. And thanks for finding me on stream and coming in. Appreciate that. What's your top pro and con of Traitors as a concept TV show? My top pro is it's so goddamn entertaining. It gives me everything I want. It's a little strategic. It's a lot social. It's social reads, miscues, misreads, and just fun drama. I think the con for me personally is that the people see it as way too much more of a game than it is. I don't think it's as strategic of a show. And I'm specifically speaking about the gamers that joined the show, the cast that joined the show, because I feel like they're often the ones that come in and then be like, nope, the game's wrong. It needs to be different. And it's like, well, that's not the game you're joining. You know, it's a different game. And this comes from someone who people say is a strategic guy. Like I like strategic shows. So I'm telling you, it's a different show. It don't need all the extra changes to make it a more strategic show, because then it's a different game. I'm one of the few that thinks the format is already near perfect the way it is. I think some of the changes that could happen, little bits, could yield results, but for the most part, it's fine. But I think the main con for me, Hack, is that I think the show gets in its own way. And what I mean by that is, this show, the exact way it is perfect, but let the people's confessionals be real. As in, they give them 80, like, let's say the contestants give them 100% of their thoughts, right? They give us the 30% that includes them talking about the game as a murder mystery and as a, yes, faithfuls, fuck traitors. And I know that's not their reality, right? Brittany literally talks about how she thought Danielle was a traitor from early on. Why not show us that? Why not show us her reverse marinating Danielle to stay in the game, to survive? Stuff like that, I feel like, would make the show a little more compelling and could perhaps give people the insight that they're missing. And I think that could make it an even better show. And I feel like the Traitors Canada has done a better job of this than any of the other franchises I've seen, low key. Where it's still a murder mystery. Karine still talks about how they're doing murders in her castle and all that. But also, on top of that, you have this extra layer of the contestants actively talking about how, I think you're a traitor, just don't kill me. And then there happen to be two faithfuls who think each other are traitors, and they show us all that. So I think that's the one thing they could work on and fix. But if they want to keep it all celebrity, that's fine with me. I think Alan's doing an even better job year after year. I think the show itself is a lot of fun, but I think this is one thing that could change. Do you think the edit did Danielle dirty? Yusuf, I think it did, and I don't understand why. Is it because they knew that there were people that were salty on Danielle coming out of the show, like the cast? I don't know. I don't know. Because of the ending? Is it really? Is it because of what she said to Brittany on the way out? Did that? I guess so. Or no. Was she like the big bad that they slayed to win? She was the big evil versus the four goody goodies. Is that what it was? I guess she goes in on Gabby. She tries to harp on Dylan's emotions. She tried to bury Ivar. She swore on her grandkids. I guess she was the kind of the enemy. Yeah. They want us to root for Danielle and want us to be cool if Brittany betrays her and we don't care. I think they needed her to be the big bad that gets toppled down. Because I think about it in comparison. They needed to make the terrible finale not be terrible. I didn't watch the other reunions, but was not that interested. Do you like the interview questions, or does the format need to be tweaked? I think the format could be better, but I think Hakak, this was the best of the three we've had so far. I don't think it did her dirty, but I think they only gave us part of the picture. What you said about the confession in conjunction with this edit would have made things more satisfying and less vilifying. Thank you. Yes, I think that would have helped, definitely. Yeah, I think the minute Danielle needlessly wants to target Carolyn, and Carolyn is kind of painted to the audience as the misunderstood, alienated solo trader who has good ideas but is not listened to, they were like, and who's causing that? Danielle. And then Danielle becomes the enemy there, and she's a traitor, so she's double enemy, and she's swearing on her grandkids, triple enemy, you know, like then it just piles on a little bit. Clip of Taryn. What is Taryn saying? It's a blue sky link, Skyro. I could see that. It's basically what we were just discussing now, which is like they wanted the finale to not suck as hard. And you know what? Here's the thing. We are the small, welcome in, fruitful lemon. Hope you're doing well. Here's the thing. Even amongst the reality TV fans, the online reality TV fans, aka us, even amongst us, Danielle was divisive, right? Like a lot of people that are in my camp were like, they fuck with Danielle. They're hoping Danielle does well. They're rooting for Danielle. But there was also people in the reality realm that were like, fuck that. I don't want Danielle to win. And then the casuals, the normies, whatever you want to call them, the general population were very much against Danielle. The amount of people I've seen make TikToks and talk about how if Danielle survives the beginning of the episode, I'm not watching the rest of the finale. So many people did not want Danielle to win. So many people. And I think that ultimately they got the portrayal they wanted. They gave them the result they wanted. Where the normies, the regular folks were like, fuck yeah, the faithful one. Fuck these traitors. And I mean, that fits the show they're putting together, you know? But I think it could have been a little less heavy-handed, but it makes sense, ultimately. I think it was a bit of Survivor fans versus BB fans when it came to whether they like Danielle. That's also fair, which I'm sad about. Like, can we not, the Survivor Big Brother fan, can we not just appreciate everybody? But hey, it is what it is. Taylor can social climb her way to the end right now. I don't know who else with the prejudice. I think Taylor could, for sure. For sure. For sure. All right, chat. Anything else about the Traitors finale? I got another question in the forum, and that is, I'm not familiar with Danielle on Big Brother. Was she unlikable on that show too? I'm so confused why Big Brother fans love her and everyone else seems to hate her. Well, we just highlighted a lot of the reasons why people may have not liked her based on what the show gave us. She was not unlikable on Big Brother for me ever. She actually famously, she's the reason why they started sequestering the jury on Big Brother, because before, during her first season, that was the last season where they every person voted out of the house would just go home and could watch the whole season back. And she basically got punished for her diary room sessions or confessionals where she spoke her mind about how she felt about people, and they used that against her. But no, she's great. She's great. In this game, did she do everything she can to win? Yes. Is that a little grimy for some people? Yes. Do some people find it cringy, like the overacting and stuff? For sure. But it was giving TV. And I think even the people who really didn't like her, I think once they're removed from the show, if they think back to it, having someone to root against is almost as good as having someone to root for on these shows, because it brings you back. You want to see their downfall so bad, so it makes you tune in every week, and I think that's good. I'm not a Danielle fan. This was my first experience with her, but the chess episode was magical, and she does not deserve the racist comments she's getting. Thank you, Airflu, for your honesty. I'm a huge BB fan, so I'd just love to know what you've learned from being able to interview all these super legends in my eyes. Oh my God. Skyro, what I've learned is what I get to do is pretty sick and absolutely surreal. That's number one. The first thing I've learned is that. The next thing I've learned is that these are very real people with very real feelings. And even the game bodiest of game bots will have reactions to what happens on these shows. And they can't help it. And I think that's what makes them human. I think what I've also learned talking to some of the legends is that some of the legends, I think, still don't know how to play the traitors. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful or rude. I really don't mean to. What I mean is, the Traitors is not like Big Brother, not like Survivor, not like The Challenge. It is such a different show. And I think that playing it under those guys, using those lessons, will not land you where you need to go. There's a reason why someone like Suri can play almost every game and do well in all of them. And I think that's because Suri doesn't go in playing the Survivor game or the Big Brother game. Suri goes and plays the Suri game, the game that works for Suri to get Suri far enough, long enough that she can figure out the game she's playing and take action and follow. So that's the key. She plays the people, not the game, and that's huge. Thank you, Yusuf. Appreciate it. I'm getting better with interviews. I'm getting better and better as time goes on, which I'm happy. Like some of the interviews this season, I needed my notes for questions. The interview with Brittany today, all off the top of my head, no notes, and it comes with the practice, which is great. But yeah, I think that's huge. I think a lot of things I've learned is that human traits, personality traits, they matter more than other things. I think sometimes knowing or trying to think about the game 24/7 hurt your game more than they help your game. I think being able to compartmentalize the game and learn about people and get to connect with people helps more, because if people feel comfy around you, they start opening up around you. If they open up around you, they give you enough ammunition or tools that you need to then play the game with the strategies you have to benefit yourself. And I think that you can't do strategy first. Sometimes you have to really do social first, always. But that's also how I felt about these games. So that's my personal bias at play. I've always said social over strategy. Strategy is good, nice to have, but without social, strategy does not matter. Being a good listener, understanding the pacing of the shows seem very translatable skills in shows. 100%. That is like two of the biggest things you need, I feel like, for these things. You can watch every season of Traitors and have all the ideas in the world, but it's all dependent on who you're playing with and what. That's why Netta and Suri were great with the show. I think Caroline understood that too, but got drowned out by Bob Drag Queen and Danielle. Yes. Who gave the most interactive interview this season? I low-key think Brittany today. It felt like just talking to a friend, back and forth, fun times. I think that was good. I think the other one for me was Sam, if I could hear more of what he was saying, was a lot more interactive. I think Boston Rob was a lot more interactive. More so with Rob than with me, but that's fine. It was still interactive. Yeah, there's quite a few. What if Sam is on the stream right now? I claim you, my guy. What's up? That's what I say to Sam. I hope y'all got a deep dive with Brittany. I hope so too. I love the Bob Harper one. That was a really good one too, Joel. You're 100% on point. It also helped that Serena never won Survivor prior to Traitors. That could have also helped for sure. The underestimating of players helps. I think people that get underestimated get allowed to do a lot more. And I think that's massive. I think let me give you an example. Ivar, completely underestimated, but he was correctly estimated, right? He did nothing. But if Ivar was a tinge more strategic minded or like playing the game minded, he had so much room to make maneuvers if he needed to, which obviously he didn't. He won the money. And I think being underestimated is huge in these games. But being overestimated is damning. And I think with some of these Survivor players, Big Brother players, they get hella overestimated because of the show they come from, and then they're just cooked. They can't do shit with it. So... All right, chat. Where else? Anything else for the Traitors talk? Or are we done? I learned the other day that Dave Ball from Samoa streams, and he's streaming right now. There we go, Tomster. Danger Dave Ball. Overall, good season. Excited to see where US goes. Hell yeah. Excited to see where US goes. US 4 goes. Excited for Traitors UK 4. Excited for Traitors UK Celebrity. Can't wait to see what that looks like. Ireland's going to come in with a new one. Canada 3 is coming back. So we got a lot of new Traitors coming in, chat. I'm happy. Excited. How are you feeling about your Survivor draft at the moment? Decent. I feel like there's a decent chance that the winner of the season is either on my team or Liana's team, and with an outside on Taryn's team. What do you think if Danielle came in with her cool, calm, collected strategy versus what she decided to do? I think there's a world where that could have worked, you know. I do. I think there's Skyro, the funny thing to me is, I think there's a world we do not see the Danielle we see to this level if Bob the Drag Queen doesn't get ousted by specifically Boston Rob that early. I think if it wasn't traitor on traitor out the gate and there was a little more peace in the turret, I think we see something different. Not that there was peace in the turret ever, because this was the most tumultuous turret from episode 1 we've ever seen. But the difference is for Danielle, she had the safety net in Bob the Drag Queen. What does Danielle look like? A lot more complacent. Could be a little different. I just need more info as a BB fan. I hate edits and need to know. Right. So I don't know. I'm curious when and if we get a chance to talk to Danielle to ask her a little more about her thoughts. If we even get a deep dive, I would love to know more about what her thoughts were going into the show. You know? Is it safe to say that whoever you feel, that feeling only goes up when you remember who has the grenade? I don't give, like, I could lose the draft, Sam. And I have joy knowing that one person cannot win the draft, because I don't think they can at this point. And it makes me happy. I think if the comps were more equitable, Suri would have done fine pre or post Traitors. Oh, would Suri have done better at Big Brother if she had done Big Brother before Traitors? I don't think better. I think she would have done about the same. I think the problem is, yeah, the comps were just not winnable for Suri. And with Big Brother, that end game, the comps matter a lot. Like, Suri still made it to what? Final 5? Like, that is huge. Like, if it's a different story if, like, she comes in and everyone's like, oh my God, that's Suri, the Survivor legend that won the Traitors. Because not a lot of, if I remember correctly, not a lot of people were talking about that, right? Like, Corey knew. Yeah, nobody except Corey cared, exactly. So, yeah. If Jared wasn't the player he was, Suri would have been fine too. I mean, Suri literally kept 2 people afloat for like all of the pre-jury. 3, if you can't. I guess Izzy does get cut on the end there. Seems like you didn't know she won the Traitors. Yeah, like if she comes in and she's a known winner, that might be worse, right? But no, she did fine. All right, chat. I think I'm gonna call it here now. I hope y'all had fun. I apologize. It does seem like a little bit of a shorter one. It's because I'm gonna be jumping off and no marbles tonight. It is Liana's birthday tomorrow, so I gotta definitely try and get as much rest as I can before then. I will be back on Sunday with a brand new lobby of Goose Goose, brand new map, brand new roles. We should have fun. We're gonna cook. And then we'll see where we go from there. Like I said, I want to do more streams. If you're new here and you just checked the stream out for the first time, I hope you had fun here with us. I do this every Friday night at 10 p.m. We start. We go till about maybe 1 a.m., a little later. So definitely pull up again. We got lots to talk about always. I never stop yapping. So please join when and if you can. I do appreciate y'all hanging out, chat. So thank you for being here. I'll make sure to let Liana know that chat said happy birthday to you. I'll let y'all know on Sunday if we escape from that escape room. So yeah. All right. Good night, chat. Take care. I will see all of you on Sunday. Bye. I hope all experiments work. She will love to hear that. So if we don't see you on Sunday, you're still in the escape room? Exactly. If Sunday stream doesn't happen, we never made it out of the escape room.